Well, hello friends, and welcome to my daily diary segment. Today I want to talk to you about what I did on Wednesday, March 15th through Saturday, March 18th of 2023. So they were 4 days filled with activity here at my office at the Priests for Life headquarters. I had just gotten back from a trip on the day before, so on Wednesday the 15th, I got up early. I was settling in from that trip, catching up on what went on in the office, unpacking things. Working at my desk, went early in the morning to do some shopping at our nearby grocery store and settled in. Looking at what was to be done with the staff, sending a happy birthday message, by the way, to Dr. Teresa Burke, our pastoral associate at Priests for Life and founder of Rachel's Vineyard. So at my desk, some of the things I was working on were, first of all, opinion pieces. I sent one to lifenews.com, working on one with Alvita King, and also one that Kevin and Teresa Burke did, getting that out to as many others as possible. Working also on some photos, distributing, that is, some photos of one of the interviews I did with some of our staff. It came out very well, and I send those photos to be distributed by other staff on social media. Working on accommodating some new members of our leadership group, where we have our regular meeting of pro-life leaders like we had here recently, some national pro-life leaders wanting to join up with that, and also working on matters related to the Abortion Recovery Coalition, which is another leadership group that I belong to, and also communicating about a request from Glenn Beck for stories of those who have had abortions. So all of this taking place, reviewing articles for the upcoming May Priests for Life newsletter, drafting our email to go out to all our email subscribers on Monday. Those were some of the things I did at my desk. At 11 a.m., I came into the studio and did another interview with some of our staff. And this is good for our pro-life programming, that you meet some of those that work here with me. So we taped that at 11. Then at 11:45, I had a meeting with some of the departments here in our administration team to talk about work and projects. Had a lunch break and did more work at my desk on the kind of topics I mentioned already. And then at 2 p.m. had a travel meeting. So our travel coordinator is busy assessing the invitations that come in and the ones that are already accepted, planning the details of the trip. So I had a meeting in regard to that. I had a 3 o'clock interview. One of our friends in the media wanted to interview me about St. Patrick's Day coming up. And after that, at 3:30, met with Rob, who oversees our social media, does a lot of our productions. Met him here in the TV studio, and we had to go over a number of things in preparation for future broadcasts. Went back and did more work at my desk on the kind of topics I mentioned and getting end-of-day reports in from the staff. And signing some cards as well, some birthday cards for our donors and for bishops. Had a quick dinner break and came in here back to the studio to do 2 live broadcasts, one at 8 p.m. for our Praying for America program, then did another live broadcast at 9 p.m. for our Pro-Life Primetime Live. And then that brought me to the end of the day. Thursday, March the 16th, up early again at my desk and doing some taping as well as some desk work relating to the following things. Updates to the bio of Father David, who is one of our part-time associate priests in the sense of helping us out, sometimes with broadcasting. You've seen him on the broadcasts. An endorsement page that is going in one of our mailings to donors. I worked on getting that updated and approved. More work regarding our leadership meetings, those wanting to be members of that. Work regarding our overall prospecting mailing. This is where we mail to people that aren't yet perhaps familiar with our work or aren't yet supporting it, and we invite them to do so. Working at my desk also in regard to letting the other pro-life leaders know about our online seminars. One was scheduled for Thursday night, and we did it that night, as I'll tell you in a moment. Another one coming up for Monday the 20th. Making plans for being at the Connecticut Right to Life, or March for Life, I should say. Working on matters regarding religious freedom on campuses. Of course, that includes pro-life freedom, and alerting people to oppose a Biden regulation that would limit such freedom. Why in the world they would want to do that is beyond me. Working for Ohio, the challenge that they are facing from the pro-abortion people that want abortion to be available without limits in Ohio. Working with our staff on preparing for our texting service, letting you receive messages by text if you care to do so. And also working with our staff in regard to our donor surveys and assessing and receiving those from you who have filled them out. At 10:15 in the morning, I had a meeting with our vice chairman together with a company that is ready and willing to help us with media, taking us to the next level with media. And so we took part in that call via Zoom. Continued with work at my desk, took a quick lunch here at the office, and then at 1:30 was on a Zoom call with our executive director. She's getting ready to give a talk on an upcoming trip, and so we went over some items for that. More work at my desk, and then a data team meeting at 3 o'clock. Our data team is really good at receiving and keeping our data in tip-top shape. So I had a meeting with them for about 40 minutes on the phone. 4 o'clock, I had a taping of our Right Side Broadcasting Network program. I was here in the studio. More work in the studio, then setting up for the night times live broadcasts. Took a dinner break, and then at 8 p.m. had a live Praying for America program right here from this studio. And then again at 9 p.m., a special evening live broadcast, which was a training for clergy. And that was something that we do regularly, of course, that is at the core of our mission. And we had clergy and lay people who want to help their clergy deal with the abortion issue join us for that live broadcast. That brought me to the end of the day for Thursday the 16th. Friday the 17th was St. Patrick's Day, of course, as we know. Up early, working at my desk and working on things like, let's see, there's a book coming out honoring 50 pro-life leaders for helping reverse Roe v. Wade. I am one of those 50. I worked on an article that will be in that book. Worked on approving what we call our monthly statement. That's the letter we send to those of you that have pledged to support us on a monthly basis. Thank you for that. Rapid response initiative. We are working with our team to be able to constantly be on top of commenting on developing pro-life news. We talked a little bit with staff members about that. E-blasts that are going out, approving messaging for that. Future interviews that are booked for me and other members of our team, getting ready for those. Approving the broadcast schedule for the coming week. ProLifeVote.com, working on some updates to that website, and preparing for the Heartbeat International Conference at which our executive director and I will be speaking coming up in April. Had an 11 a.m. taping for Praying for America right here in the studio. Lunch break after that. Met with our travel coordinator once again about many, many upcoming trips that we have on the books. And then after that, at 2:30, had a maintenance meeting with our technology team, obviously keeping the machines maintained. We have lots of machinery here in the main office, is a key priority, and every once in a while they meet with me to get guidance, direction, and give me updates in regard to that. When that meeting was over, I came right back into the studio. We taped short spots These are very effective on social media, and you see many of them, really short videos that I give just conveying one simple pro-life point, and we taped a series of those. Back to my office, back to my desk, doing work on a number of the topics I mentioned, as well as getting end-of-day updates from staff. And then at 8 p.m. on Friday night the 17th, came right here into the studio and did a live broadcast for our Praying for America program. That brought me to Saturday the 18th, quiet day of work here at the office. It was a weekend where I was not traveling. Actually went to get a haircut at 7 a.m. and also some gas in the car. Came back here, sat right at my desk and got to work. Florida legislation for strengthening pro-life laws in Florida. I did some work, a relationship to those developments, planning for upcoming trips. Did some work on the Priests for Life book that's being written, highlighting some of our key points of influence, as well as the article about me coming up in the book Honoring Pro-Life Leaders. Some communication with the Trump campaign. Also, some communication with leaders that want to collaborate with us on social media. And also working on submitting some opinion pieces to different publications that often cover our material. Oh, I didn't mention then also 10 a.m. I came in here to the studio and did a live broadcast of our daily scripture reflection. That happened on Saturday, and the rest of the day just working on the kinds of things I just mentioned, as well as some other planning for the month ahead and for later in the year as well, especially in regard to our travel schedule, not just for me, but other members of the team. Worked well into the evening, the dinner hour, and after that, was pretty tired at the end of the day, went to sleep kind of early, and that was Saturday, March 18th. So thank you, friends, for, one of the reasons I like giving these daily updates, not only keeps me accountable, but I so love the work that I love talking about it. And it's the work that you help me to do. The others on my team are working just as hard, and we're using the resources that you give us to make sure we make progress each and every day, reaching people on behalf of the unborn. Let's continue to do that together. Thanks for following these updates. God bless you.